Hello and welcome back to Tough Talk. My name's Brian. I have bipolar disorder, and today I want to talk about how to get out of a rut. It's something that's extremely common with people with mental illness, is that you'll get into a certain situation that may be a very bad situation, but you can't figure out exactly how to get out of it. I have been in a lot of situations because of the illness, and I'll give you an example. One such situation is with regard to sleep. So during a hypomanic episode, you might get so wired, you might have so much energy, like I did. I had so much energy that I couldn't get to bed until like 4 a.m. the next day. And I'd be up, that whole day, get to bed at 4 a.m., really tired, sleep till about noon, and then the next night, I'd be up until 7, go to bed, sleep to about 5 in the afternoon. And so for about a week, I'd be completely flipped on my sleep schedule. And that's a really bad situation to be in, because you need to be sleeping regularly to be in the best health and to have the best mood and, to be very, stable. And this happened quite some time ago, because I've gotten a handle on that whole situation now, such that it doesn't happen anymore. I got fed up with it. It caused me a lot of pain. It caused me a lot of anguish. It was just torture to be sleeping on those hours. But nevertheless, when I was in the middle of it, I was stuck in a rut. And in that rut, I thought to myself, I can't stay up later. I try to stay up past 7 a.m., try to get into the afternoon, maybe get to the evening, but I'd get so tired, I'd be falling asleep in my chair, I'd have to go lay down, and by the time I do that, I'm still stuck in it. And then other times, I would try to go to bed earlier by 2 hours every night and wake up, with an alarm a couple hours earlier at each time. And each time I did that, it was extremely painful, and I just couldn't get out of it. But in general, what I'm trying to describe here is such a situation that it seems impossible. It seems like you can't get through it. Nevertheless, I did get through it, and I had to get through it many times because it happened, I'd say about 6 times in the last 4 years. The worst time it happened, I was actually sleeping during the day and being up at night for about a month, and I was considering, maybe I'm just on that graveyard shift. Maybe I should just be doing that anyway. But I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I think it was just that I had a very bad situation and I couldn't figure out how to get out. But I learned each time something about how to discipline myself, how to get my sleep under control. And number one, I learned I needed sleep medication to get myself to put to bed at the same time every night. And I needed to be disciplined, because once I got that, I still had an issue where I would flip again. And I figured out at that time I had to make sure that I took that medication at the same time every night. And it was a huge process that I had to learn. But to try and stay on topic, to get out of a rut, I would say you have to basically approach it without setting too many rules, because you're already in a lot of stress, a lot of pain, and it's a very unhealthy and very well, I just say it's just a painful experience. So, to set too many rules would be too hard on yourself. But at the same time, you have to have a ton of self-discipline in order to get out of it. And so I guess the message that I'm trying to say here is, take courage and be brave, because you gotta believe that you're actually gonna make a difference, and you find a plan and stick with it until you can get out of that rut. This isn't as clear or as direct as I had hoped. I started off thinking about making a video like this, and I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about this, this, and this, and it's not turning out to be very clear, but that's just because I'm not sure what kind of situation you're in, you know, so I can't really advise about all of it, but I can advise about this situation. I really detest and I hate it when I can't get to sleep at night, and I actually go to bed much too late. You know, if I'm up at 4 a.m., there's a problem, and I have to correct it immediately. And I guess to get out of it, the number one thing that I try to do is make sure that I get up before noon. And sometimes, you know, before 11 o'clock, because if I can wake up at 10, I can be up enough hours, provided that I don't take a nap. And that's the other rule I set. Well, not necessarily a rule, but just, you know, I had to discipline myself so that I didn't take a nap in the afternoon, or if I did lie down, that I set an alarm for 15 minutes, you know, so that I would make sure that I'm up enough that I go to bed at a good time. And then the next thing I would do is make sure that I go to bed, you know, 2 hours earlier than I did the previous night. Make sure I keep making progress that way to start chipping away at that issue. And I guess to bring it to a broader scope or a broader sense, if you're in any sort of rut, you know, maybe you have an addiction to smoking cigarettes, or maybe you have an alcohol problem, or whatever it is, there are steps that you need to take, and surely you have ideas about what to do. Start with the thing that makes the most impact and commit to doing that. Because, you know, the difference that it makes once you get yourself corrected on these issues is that your life just gets better. Your life gets a lot easier. You're not constantly weighed down by it. And in general, you're investing with some hardship to improve your life and just make it better, you know, so you have less hardship in the future. And that's what you have to focus on, is just the results. The results matter the most. So, you know, just focus on the results, and maybe you'll get it done, and maybe you'll get out of that rut. You know, the other thing is reach out to your support group, your support system. Reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, reach out to me. I mean, I'm available if you want to talk about it. You know, just send me a comment, and maybe I can you know, reply to that and help you out with whatever situation you're in. But you know, get focused on it and get yourself out of it. The longer you stay in a rut, the longer you know, spend time you know, feeling the pain, the more it's going to reinforce that it's a constant, and it's not. It's just a very temporary thing. It's a very temporary thing that you're gonna fix. You're gonna get past. You're gonna move on, and life's just gonna get better. So, you know, you want to take action as soon as possible, and you want to use whatever motivation that you have. If this motivated you, take action today, you know. So just don't wait till that motivation fades away, and, you know, maybe 3 hours from now you don't feel as motivated as you do right now. So if you're motivated, take action right now, you know. If you know what to do, if you can do that, do it, you know, if it's going to help you. So all right, I think that's it for today. This was kind of sloppy. This was kind of all over the place, but I hope it made sense. I'm Brian. I have bipolar disorder. Thanks for watching Tough Talk, and I'll see you on Friday.